Hello, everyone. Scarface1 here. You might be thinking to yourself, what the hell is this supposed to be? This is my bad predictions for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Um, yeah. These are just bad predictions for the Stanley Cup playoffs. So why you're tuning in is probably either of masochism or curiosity. Not for like actual analysis, because I'm a fucking scrub. Anyways, let's get this over with. So, of course, we got plenty of teams to choose from. We got Dallas, we got Vegas, we got Winnipeg, Colorado, Vancouver, which is actually really fun. We have Nashville, we have Edmonton, LA, we have Long Island, New York, Long Island, we have Carolina, Washington, we have New York, Toronto, Boston, Tampa Bay, and Florida. Sunrise, not the animation studio that makes Gundam, the city in Florida. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, um, so what do I think is gonna happen? Okay, I'm gonna actually. I'm very sorry. I haven't uh I yeah, I haven't done this, so let me. Okay. 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 So now we're in our little bit of a paint program of the choice, our choice of paint program because reasons. And naturally, we're going to start with the Western Conference. Our first matchup is the Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights. This is going to be a rematch of the 2023 Western Conference Finals. A very fun Western Conference Finals. That was actually a very fun series. And then it just ended. So, yeah, Dallas lost to Vegas. And of course, Vegas is the defending Stanley Cup champions. Vegas at this time, the second wild card team, is going through a little bit of a slump this year, and Dallas this year won the Central Division. This is going to be a tough analysis, so I think I'm going to say I'm going to be a bold man and say Dallas wins this series at least in 7 hard-fought games between Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. And my primary reasoning for this, Jake Ottinger. He's fantastic, especially in the playoffs. I mean, these past two playoffs where he's performed, he's been great, and I think he could continue that these playoffs. And Vegas, they just seem gassed out. This is going to be the ultimate jinx, isn't it? I do not like Vegas in the slightest, but yeah, uh, this is going to be a tough one to analyze. But I think it's going to be Dallas in 7. And yeah, it seems like this could be a year where the Stars, Peter DeBoer, could break his curse of being like always second fiddle to every team and just, you know. Okay. Okay. Winnipeg, Colorado. That's not. Okay. I'm gonna do a much more lighter color for that. Winnipeg in 5. what's my motivation for this? Okay, I'm an Avalanche fan, and I have watched this team all year. This Avalanche team is just inconsistent, and I just think the Jets this year, they just seem like they are clear cut better team regardless of the matchup. I just think they are the better team. I think I think this just like I they just seem like the better team regardless of what's going on. Like I look at the Winnipeg Jets this season. They've had their ups and downs. They've had their slumps as well. But when they played Colorado this year, it's just been lopsided in favor of Winnipeg. Like the first matchup, I believe was well, shit. It was it. Their first matchup, it was in favor of the Jets. The second matchup, in favor of the Jets, and of course, their the most recent matchup, which was this past Saturday, was an absolute blowout in favor of the Jets in Ball Arena, mind you. This was the Avalanche were at home, a must-win game at home, and they got absolutely destroyed on home ice, 7-0. And like the entire team just had a terrible game all series, and I'm just not convinced. And I know there are some people who are saying that this series is actually going to be like 6 or 7. I think it's going to be much faster than that. I genuinely just don't have much hope in this Avs team this year. I that could just be me being a doomer and all that. I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think this is going to be the year. And regardless if like Landeskog comes back, I don't think that's going to happen. Drouin is injured, so obviously I think they're still favored. But yeah, I just don't think the Avs have that much of a chance, unlike what people are letting on to. I think what they see is like which team is going to have the streak first, because both teams are like extremely streaky teams, and because they've had like their ups and downs. Both teams have had their ups and downs all season, but I just don't think it's going to be I just don't think it's going to be Colorado. I don't know, man. Anyways, okay, next matchup. Vancouver and Nashville. The number one seed in the Western Conference versus the number one wild card spot. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to be bold and say Nashville in 6. I'm going to just be bold. This is not based off of any sort of analytics. This is not based off of any analytics or statistics or anything. This is be like just bullshitting an answer to you guys. I think it's going to be Nashville in 6. Because why? Because I think upsets are pop. Because I think for some reason I feel like we're going to get an upset cooking here, and I just don't trust the Canucks, even though they had a fantastic season. I just don't trust them this year. I still just don't trust the Canucks. Who knows what happens? Who knows what happens? And I think, and okay, and obviously, like this is most likely in favor of the Canucks, but I'm gonna be bold and say Nashville advances. And any Predators fans watching this and you want to kill me over this, please do so. I invite that with flying colors. Anyways, okay. Edmonton and LA. Okay, this is a rematch a double rematch, I guess, of two previous years. In the first round, Edmonton versus LA. The Oilers and Kings have faced each other in the playoffs, last playoffs, and the one before that. The McDavid, Draisaitl led Oilers. This is now okay. The Oilers are a team that I want to see win the cup this year, but I just don't see them actually going to do it. However, I do think they do have a chance of winning this in 7 games over the Kings. The Kings are a talented team, but I just don't think this is going to be it. I don't think this is going to be the year for LA just yet. And this could be something, this could be me jinxing them. This could be me jinxing the Oilers. I don't want to, but you never know. You never know. Anyways, remember, this is not based off of any sort of analytics. This is not based off of any sort of like statistics or analytics. This is just my, like, aside from the Avalanche, like my honest to God opinion of this is my honest to God, like, just be bullshitting answers and being unreliable as always. Okay, Eastern Conference. Who do we have for the Eastern Conference? The first matchup is a rematch of a 2022 matchup between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Last series, the Lightning swept the Panthers in 4, and of course, last season the Panthers made the Stanley Cup final for the second year in a row. Sorry, not the second year in a row. The second time in franchise history, only to lose in 5 to the Vegas Golden Knights. Nikita Kucherov, of course, in the Tampa Bay Devil. Why did I say Tampa Bay Devil Rays? Tampa Bay Lightning is having an MVP season. I think he's going to win the MVP. There are some people who think McKinnon should win the MVP. I'm an Avs fan, and I think Kucherov's going to win the MVP. I don't think he should, but I think he might. That being said, I am picking Florida in 6 games, in a hard-fought 6 games. Hold on, I'm going to do that in red. What if I do that in red? Is blue, I kind of associate it more with, like, Tampa. Florida in 6 games. Okay, Florida. Now, Florida this year is they're really good. I think they're a team that's on a mission this year. Could this be the year they finally win it? Who knows? Not me. I could be complete bullshit, but who knows what's gonna happen. I think they could. I think they could actually win it all. I don't know if they will though. But I'm fairly confident that unlike 2022, this Panthers team has much more playoff experience, and you're fighting a Tampa team that is really feeling the fatigue right now. Then again, playoffs can change. I'm picking Florida to win this series. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boston, Toronto. Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs. So, okay. Everyone knows the story. Everyone here knows the story between these two teams. Everyone. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Toronto, for some reason, can't beat Boston in the playoffs. And it's been a trend since at least 2013, technically before that as well, but in the modern era, since 2013. Since no one, the core has been around since 2000. None of the core has been around since 2013. for Toronto, but there are some people for Boston who have. Like Brad Marchand, I believe, is still there. Not Patrice Bergeron. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is of course Marchand, but I'm not a Bruins fan, so I don't entirely know. That being said, yep, I'm sorry, Toronto. In 7 hard fought games. You cannot escape your feelings of memes. And technically, as I'm recording this, is the 20th of April, 2024. The first matchup between these two has already been decided in favor of Boston. Oh boy, and they just look so bad. Toronto just did not look ready. And I understand this is the exact same thing that happened last year, and they ultimately went back to win the series for the first time since 2003, 2004. I forgot when was the last time they won the playoff series before then. I think it was 2003. Anyways, it just does not seem like the Maple Leafs year this year. And it just I just don't think it's going to be it. I just don't think so. So that currently leaves us with one Canadian team so far. In these predictions, Edmonton is the only Stanley Canadian team. And I don't know if that's gonna change much. But anyways. Okay. New York Rangers, Washington Capitals. This should be as cut and dry of a series as possible. New York, the President's Trophy winner, and Washington, a team that stumbled into the playoffs. Yep. And Y are in 5. At least 5. I just don't think, if there's any team, and I know, there's a lot of superstition that the President's Trophy curse is a thing that like affects teams. Who knows if it actually happens or not? But if there's any team that I think can if there's any team that could like reinforce the President's Trophy's curse, it's not going to be Washington. This team just stumbled into the playoffs. That being said, once again, that being said, shit can happen. Like I'm predicting shit can happen over here. I'm not discounting the fact that shit can't happen over here, but it's just this is just not I just don't think this is going to happen over here. I don't think this is going to be a competitive series, no matter how you slice it. It's just going to be like a bludgeoning in favor of the Rangers. Okay. All right, in our last series, Carolina and the New York Islanders. This one should be fairly easy. C in 6. Carolina, their team on a mission this year. They want to win it. They really, 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 really want to win it. They really want to win it, but I'm not sure if they're going to. But their first challenge will be against an Islanders team that's been rather inconsistent this year. They managed to get their shit together, but there's a time where I did not think the Islanders were going to make the playoffs this year. They managed to get it together, but I think Carolina's still going to best them. Once again, this is just for fun, not actually complete. This is I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So just to tell the truth, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to make any of these predictions for conference finals, Stanley Cup finals. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Okay. Dallas. in 6. Dallas has actually been really good against Winnipeg this year, in the same sense that Winnipeg was really good against Colorado this year. I think they could actually do it. Okay. And then Edmonton in 5. I'm not choosing sweeps yet, so I just don't want to do that right now. Okay. Florida in 6. Again, this is the most ideal thing I want to see. Them defeating Toronto and then just shitting the bed against Florida. Probably not going to happen. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Honestly, who knows what's going to happen? I sure as shit don't know. And then Carolina gets revenge for 2022 against the Rangers in 7 hard-fought games. 7 hard-fought games. And then I think there could be an upset brewing. Who knows? That could actually be a really close matchup, even though one's a President's Trophy winner, one is not. That could actually be a really intriguing matchup. Unfortunately, they don't pay me the big bucks for me to do that, and if they did, I'd be the worst analyst ever, so don't trust me on this whatsoever. Anyways, Western Conference Finals. Okay. Okay. Edmonton, Dallas. Dallas, Edmonton. Oh my, oh my. I want Edmonton, but I think Dallas is going to win in 6 games. Listen, I want Edmonton to win. I really want Edmonton to win, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't know why. I just don't see it. And then Carolina gets revenge in actually wins games. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be a tough one. I think Carolina's gonna win. The problem against Carolina is that they have 12 straight conference finals losses. They have not won a single game in the Eastern Conference Finals since their cup win in 2006. I think that changes this year. Personally, I think that can change this year. So, I think I'm confident in saying they win it in 7 hard-fought games. Okay, Dallas, Carolina. Dallas and Carolina is going to be your Stanley Cup Finals for me personally. And the Carolina Hurricanes are the team that win the Stanley Cup. I'm gonna be so wrong about this shit. I'm gonna be so fucking wrong about this shit. I'm gonna be so wrong that I imagine like Canes fans are gonna see this and be like, "You jinxed us." But I don't fucking care. I think this is actually a matchup I want to see, but I think this is going to be our Stanley Cup final. Dallas would have a fantastic chance at winning this, and I don't know. This could be. Listen, I'm just completely bullshitting myself. I don't fucking know what I'm doing, but that's gonna be my predictions. Don't subscribe. Go play some hockey. Watch baseball afterwards. Please do it for me. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.